the little princess who discovered she had grown. At the very edge of the silver cloud kingdom, where morning bells rang by themselves and books sometimes whispered before lessons began, stood Starlight Magic School. It was not the biggest school, nor the loudest, but it was the warmest. Its towers were wrapped in ivy that hummed softly, and its classrooms smelled like chalk, moonlight, and freshly baked star biscuits. This was where a little princess named Princess Elinor went to school. Princess Elinor had golden brown hair that curled when she laughed, and eyes that sparkled whenever she learned something new. She wore a small crown, not because she had to, but because it made her feel brave. It was slightly crooked and sometimes slid down her forehead when she ran too fast. Everyone still called her the little princess. Elinor liked that name. She liked small things, small teacups, small spells, small victories like tying her cloak by herself or remembering all the steps of a spell without peeking at her notes. But one morning, something felt different. A morning that felt bigger. Elinor woke up before her alarm bell sang. That alone was unusual. She sat up in bed, rubbing her eyes, and noticed that her blanket no longer reached her chin the way it used to. Her feet peeked out at the bottom, wiggling in the morning light.
"That's strange,"
she whispered. She slipped out of bed and walked to the mirror. The mirror blinked politely and shimmered to life.
Good morning, Princess Elinor. You look taller today,
it chimed. Elinor leaned closer. She did look taller. Not much, just a tiny bit, but enough to notice. Her sleeves felt shorter. Her shoes felt snug instead of roomy. Her heart fluttered.
"Did I grow?"
she asked the mirror. The mirror tilted thoughtfully.
Growth comes in many forms,
it replied. That answer made Elinor curious and a little nervous. Lessons at Starlight Magic School. At breakfast, Elinor carried her own tray without help. She didn't even spill the milk, though it wobbled dangerously once. Her friends noticed.
Wow, Elinor, you didn't ask for help today,
said Milo the hedgehog mage. Elinor paused.
"I didn't think I needed to."
She wasn't trying to be proud. It just felt natural. In spell class, the children practiced glow orb magic, a beginner spell used to create floating balls of light. Elinor had struggled with it before. Her orbs usually flickered or popped. Today, she took a deep breath, remembered the steps, and whispered the spell. A warm golden orb bloomed above her palm, steady and bright. Gasps filled the room.
"You did it,"
cried her teacher, Professor Moonwillow. Elinor stared at the orb, amazed. She hadn't rushed. She hadn't panicked. She had waited, focused, and trusted herself. Something inside her felt stronger. The hallway of growing shoes. During break time, Elinor wandered into a quiet corridor she had never noticed before. At the end stood a door shaped like a shoe. Curious, she pushed it open. Inside was a long hallway filled with shoes, tiny slippers, shiny boots, magical sandals, and sparkling heels. Each pair glowed softly. A gentle voice echoed,
welcome to the hallway of growing shoes.
An old sprite appeared, holding a measuring ribbon made of starlight.
These shoes appear when a child grows,
the sprite explained.
Not just in height, but in heart.
Elinor swallowed.
"Am I growing?"
The sprite smiled.
Yes, you are learning patience, responsibility, courage.
A new pair of shoes appeared, simple, comfortable, and shining faintly.
They are not bigger, they fit who you are now.
The sprite said. Elinor slipped them on. They fit perfectly when things go wrong. That afternoon, during potion practice, a classmate accidentally knocked over a jar of giggle drops. Purple bubbles burst everywhere, filling the room with laughter magic. Some children giggled uncontrollably, others panicked. Before, Elinor would have frozen, but today she remembered Professor Moonwillow's words. Pause, think, act kindly. She took charge.
Everyone, breathe.
She said softly.
Step back. I'll help.
She fetched towels, opened windows, and calmly followed the safety steps she had learned. Soon the laughter bubbles faded. The teacher looked at her with gentle surprise.
That was very grown-up of you, Princess Elinor.
Elinor felt warm, not proud, not scared, just calm. A quiet question at sunset. That evening, Elinor sat alone in the school garden. Fireflies floated like tiny stars, and the sky turned pink and gold. She hugged her knees.
If I'm growing, does that mean I won't be little anymore?
She whispered. The garden listened. A familiar voice answered. It was Headmistress Aurora, sitting beside her.
Growing doesn't mean losing who you were. It means adding to who you are,
She said. Elinor thought about her small crown, her first spells, her fear of getting things wrong.
Can I still be a little princess?
She asked. Aurora smiled.
Of course. You can be little and growing at the same time.
The night of the gentle dream. That night, Elinor dreamed she was walking up a staircase made of stars. Each step glowed brighter than the last. On one step, she was tiny, learning to walk. On another, she was helping a friend. On another, she was brave enough to try again after failing. She realized something important. Growing wasn't one big jump, it was many small steps. When she reached the top, she wasn't scared. She felt ready. A new morning. The next morning, Elinor woke up smiling. Her blanket still felt a little short. Her shoes still fit just right. She placed her small crown on her head and looked in the mirror.
I'm still me, just a little more.
She said. The mirror sparkled.
That is the best kind of growing.
Elinor skipped off to class, ready for new lessons, new mistakes, and new discoveries. A little princess at a magical school, growing gently, one brave day at a time. And that night, as the stars watched over Starlight Magic School, they twinkled just a bit brighter because they too could see that the little princess had grown.